Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome to the first episode of the newly changed Fully Spun podcast. This has been a Knit Soul podcast probably since I was in college, but I would like to merge all of my craft content into my Fully Spun brand. So what that means is that the name of this podcast will change. The RAVELRY group will move to the Fully Spun RAVELRY group, and that if you previously followed me on Instagram at Brooke Knits, my craft content, crafty Saturdays, crafty Sundays, and my stories and things will move over to I Am Fully Spun on Instagram. So that's exciting. Otherwise, this will still be a somehow magically always short format podcast, between 10 and 15 minutes. I don't ever have that much to talk about somehow. But I do enjoy being able to share what I've been up to. So that's that. Welcome to episode 1 of the Fully Spun podcast. My name is Brooke, and I'm the owner and dyer behind Fully Spun, where I hand dye roving and have it spun at a mill. This creates yarn with a striping effect that's really similar to hand spun, and that's actually why I created it, is because I really like that look and don't have the time to achieve it myself. You can find me on Instagram at I Am Fully Spun, on RAVELRY as This Brooke Knits. The RAVELRY group is called Fully Spun, and that's where the 2018 sweater cowl will move. So your existing finished objects and existing chatter will still be counted in the giveaway for the end of this quarter. But moving forward beyond today, all of the chatter and everything will go into the Fully Spun thread. So that's to kind of condense, and so that I just work on building one audience instead of two, and hopefully the content will be amenable to everyone in between. So that's the 2018 sweater cowl. My sweaters, my latest one, which was the Igbo cardigan, is on hold right now because I've been trying to work on 2 other projects, which I'll talk about later. My what was it called? It wasn't Tegna, the Zweig sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I did end up deciding to frog that. I actually swapped the yarn, so I don't have it anymore, but I kept the kind of beige colored yarn. I definitely will use that. And my Georgetown cardigan is still on hold. It's still in timeout, but I've been thinking about picking it back up lately. I think if I adjust those items and then hopefully the sleeve comes out better, I might have to adjust the sleeve so it actually has negative ease instead of having positive ease. But hopefully that will all turn out well too. Fully Spun updates. I just recently dyed about 250 skeins worth of wool, and that's out at the mill. So that will be coming back with the shop update in mid to late September, and I will have all of that at Shenandoah Valley Fiber Fest on the September 29th and 30th. After that, I will be at Fibernate in October with a whole bunch of new colors, which I should be dyeing this weekend and next week. I will have a trunk show at Two Rivers Yarns in Percival in the last week of October. So all of that is really exciting. I also will have a shop update this week with solids. So these solids are dyed specially to pair with my yarn. There will only ever be a few colors available, but as I have my yarn come back and I create new colorways, I will add colors to complement those colorways. I think that is something that people often are looking for and not sure about at shows, and so hopefully that will be an exciting addition to my lineup. So I have a few of them here with me today. Just starting with some simple neutral colors. So This black one doesn't have a name just yet. It's gonna get gonna get a name today. I should call it Rolo. That would be cute. Actually, I think I will. So this one's called Rolo. This is gonna be Good Navy. This is gonna be Ice. This one is gonna be Bluest, and then this one is gonna be Froze. So I also have a red color, which is the same as some minis I had a couple months ago, which is called We Love Food Names, because we do. But that will be these, and these will be up in the shop. So I should have grabbed some skeins in my yarn, but basically these can pretty much go with anything. The Froze is probably the only one that would have limitations on which colorways it can go with. And I will be expanding this palette as I continue to create new colorways. So with my new colorways in October will come new colors of solids, so that are meant to pair. So that's really exciting. I'll have them in both fingering and worsted weight, which I will have my regular yarn also in fingering and worsted weight at the end of September. The recommended pattern of the week this week is the Cumulus Hat and Cowl by Mina Phillip of the Knitting Expat. I really love her patterns. This is a on Ravelry it said other color work. I didn't purchase it yet, so I haven't read the pattern to know for sure. So I'm thinking it might be a slip stitch or either a slip stitch or short row color work type of thing. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not stranded because Ravelry didn't say that. So that's definitely exciting. I mean, it could just be stripes with shaping to make the wavy shape of the color pattern, but that is our recommended pattern of the week, and it's perfect for the new solids that I have come out with in addition to my regular yarn colorways. It's really cool when it's paired with a solid, because then the color changes all by itself, and that is a kind of effortless effect by using my yarn. All right, now into works in progress. My first work in progress was kind of a false start, so I have been knitting on it, but I realized I was doing it wrong. This is a test knit for the Do the Twist mitts by Ash Christine, and this is being knit with my colorway Berry Trifle and Bluest. And so basically the cable pattern in the front is a cable twist, and it's supposed to make little lines that go like diagonally up the columns, but obviously mine doesn't look like that. It just looks textured, and that's because I was doing it wrong. So I got to a point where it's like, this doesn't look right. I YouTubed the stitch and figured out that I was doing it wrong. So I'm just gonna use this as my gauge swatch and go ahead and block it. I also think this might change once I block it, but I think I need more stitches, because even though this is just the beginning of the thumb gusset, I think it might be too tight. But if not, I definitely already reduced the needle size on the ribbing. She called for the same needle size all throughout, but I don't like how that looks with the ribbing being so chunky. I'd rather have it be tighter, like it would normally be. So when I started over, I did the ribbing in a 2, and I'm working in a 4 for the rest of it. So those should be done by the next time you see me, because they're due on September 7th. So wish me luck, and it is a public test knit, so she would like for us to share as many pictures as we can. Next, I have fallen in love with this shawl. This is the Flamingo flavor by Susanne Sommer. So this is my second pattern of hers where I'm just totally in love with it. I am on my last row of triangles, and I'm so close I can almost taste it. And then I will start the side panels, which I believe are short rows to achieve the additional triangle panels. And then on the outside, there's another brioche section, which is just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just straight brioche on the corner, on the edges, and then an I-cord border all the way around, which I really love and enjoy. So I'm excited about that, hoping to have this done for Shenandoah, but this definitely might not end up being a true shop sample. Most of my shop samples, I don't actually use them, but this one, I feel like I love it so much, I might actually, it might belong in my collection, and I'll just have to wash it just before shows in order to show it. So this is, I actually recorded an episode last week, but I wasn't in love with it, so I decided not to upload it. So this is since last week, but really, probably last time you guys saw it, it was like somewhere down here. So that's really exciting. This is knit with my yarn in Fully Spun sock in the Chief colorway, and this is knit with the fibrous Franklin fingering in the diamond colorway. So it's just paired it with the white because that's what felt right to me at the time, and I love it. Alright, that is it for works in progress. Up next, acquisitions. I don't know why I keep buying yarn. I don't need to buy yarn. I should go on another no buy because I did pretty good with that earlier this year. But I purchased a skein of self-striping yarn from Timber Yarns. She is a new dyeing company from Canada, and I actually was order number 5. So that's so exciting to me because I remember when I was at that stage and I had my order number 5. And I do have some customers who, you know, have continued to order and were one of those earliest orders for me. So that's really exciting. And I was kind of really excited to be able to be there at this stage of her dyeing company. She just followed me on Instagram, and I looked at her profile and was intrigued. So you guys all know self-striping yarn can be hard to find. There's not usually a lot of those dyers out there because it's a lot of work, but it is definitely so worth it when you can knit with it and have stripy socks. So that's what these will become. I think it's cool that it's actually split into 2 50-gram skeins so that they can match. That doesn't usually bother me, but that is cool, and I probably will pair it with a contrasting color for the heels and toes, just so it can be even more awesome. So that's that, and she sent a little progress keeper with it that says yarn it. I think that's supposed to be like darn it. And the I thought I bought a colorway that was called E01, but this one says Tickle Me, so maybe that's the one I ended up with. But it's navy blue with green, yellow, red, and white stripes. So yeah, that's exciting. Hopefully you guys will see that as socks soon, but there's a few I have in the queue, of course, as always. So we will see. Alright guys, my Can't Let It Go for this week is the same as it was last week when I recorded, but you guys didn't get to see that, so I'm going to share it again. So my Can't Let It Go for this week is not knitting related, although it is related to activities done while knitting. It is canned wine. I've noticed it become something of a phenomenon like over the course of this year. Trader Joe's used to have like one brand, and then all of a sudden I went in and they had like at least 5 or 6 different kinds of canned wine. So I think that's really cool. At first I was skeptical. I thought it'd be sugary, or I thought it'd be only sparkling wines, but they actually have some regular kinds of wine. And in the beyond Trader Joe's world, there's actually a lot of brands, some that are exclusively canned wine, but a lot that have many different kinds of canned wine and that are not necessarily your lower end, which is kind of what you get with boxed wine. You get cheap wine effectively with boxed wine. So that's really exciting. They come, a can is actually 2 glasses of wine. It's half of a bottle. So that definitely packs a punch if you're not paying attention. But it's like a lot more portable. You can take it with you camping or wherever a lot more easily than a glass. So that's the thing with wine, is that it's not portable, because you have to have a glass and a glass opener and then a separate cup, and you don't need any of that with a can. So that is so cool. I really love innovative ideas like that. It's not that innovative because we've had canned beverages for forever, but to put wine in a can and have it potentially be something that's good wine is really cool. So I'm excited to try more of those, and if I run into any that I like, I will let you guys know, probably on Instagram. And if you guys have tried canned wine before and you have brands and types that you like, please let me know down below, because I am always looking for new kinds of wines to try to add to my list of wines that I love. Alright guys, that is it. Remember to please, if you're participating in the Sweater Cowl, the link will be down below to update to the new thread. And if you follow me at Brooke Knits, I will still have that Instagram, but it'll be relegated to selfies and dog pictures, and probably food too. But my craft content will be over at I Am Fully Spun. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, definitely hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more craft and lifestyle videos from me, definitely hit the subscribe button. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.